And good evening, Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly fans. We have a special edition today on Pi Day. This marks 8 years since Fred Coughlin came and gifted us the Zelda 1 Randomizer. It's evolved over the years, and we're going to have our throwback back to its roots, the version 1.1 Pandemonium flag set on Cars 1. Got New York Rambler on the tracking behind the scenes, and we have Ice Blue, Moogle King of Space, Alsoa, and Adirondack Rick here as one of 4 of our 22 runners that are racing this today on this anniversary. So we're about to kick off. Most of the names here you see that are quite familiar. You may have seen them in the current tournament that's going on, the Random Percent tournament. Moogle King of Space is a name change recently, but is a classic player from a number of years ago. And it looks like I got a partner tonight. Hey, Trenton. Or is he just helping out? Well, we are starting, and of course, we are starting at the vanilla start screen. We're going to have a full first quest overworld. We have our prices are in the shops are shuffling. We got 39 rupee bombs. We're going to have to wait and get some more money if we want to get those before we find a candle or a sword.
How's the challenge coming along? It's going well.
And we got a small secret of 1 rupee. 38 more of those, which, well, there aren't that many of them. You could buy some bombs. And we find level 8 right at the river cave. These are all first quest dungeon layouts, so everybody knows what they look like if you are running this race. And so our overworld items, well, the white sword and the coast heart are not going to be shuffled, but we find our wood sword south of Death Armos. But the Armos item will be in the shuffle mix.
And tangled enough wires to keep you company.
Hey, Trenton! Welcome in. Oh, yeah. It says, I still hate the book there. It is slow text. We turned it off for this race because that's how it was back in the day.
Some people just riot over... I mean, so what? It's not like that's going to make you take an extra hour or anything. It's 5 minutes over the run.
It makes it easier to up and A out of those door repairs. And Moogle King of Space diving a little bit, just picking up a key here and returning back to the beginning and taking a different direction. Alright, Ice Blue's picked up 2 1 rupee secrets.
Zelda really deserved a randomizer. It's like the devs knew it, as Moogle finds the ladder there in 2. But the game, it had its own built-in randomizer with that second quest. So it's like the game knew this was meant to be.
I believe the Japanese version, even it was on that disc system, the Famicom disc system, so it was designed to actually be modded like that. I mean, they didn't really do much with that thing, but it was they knew what was going on.
They were ambitious back.
And it's amazing how little memory this game takes up.
They knew how to be creative with limited resources back. It's like you give them the computer program this randomizer, they'd have been absolutely blown away in the air.
And Rick manages to find that sword. Oh, Ice Blue did pick up a power bracelet. I believe that must have been from the Armos. So, it didn't randomize.
There were a lot of limitations early on. Of course, you don't want to break the whole thing when you're trying to change it, but...
Ooh, we make up for the minimum low secret for a 39 mid.
That's not really making up. That kind of is bad. At least
Like
relative
the
to the
average.
bomb prices.
Yeah, the bomb prices are the bomb prices. You're gonna have to farm some of those. Ice Blue working up to 3 rupees.
Well, that ladder is pretty nice to get early because you're almost certainly going to need it, but you gotta do something with it for it to work out.
You can go get a heart off the coast.
Yeah, well, gotta have heart. Put yourself in position for that white sword item. 56 on the large, that is gross.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that one. So, hope you find your mid secrets.
Hey, there's
Alright.
your wood sword for Alsoa.
Ooh, and Moogle King of Space taking a death on the Death Armo screen. That's why we name it so. Which is 1 north of that sword.
Thought it was because it was on Death Mountain.
It's technically by the lake.
Rick did grab that Armos item there. Also, thank you, Rambler, for tracking.
So let's see, dungeons. We've seen 2 and 8 so far.
Yeah, 2 had that ladder, which is a couple of good things to get early, and of course no heart shuffle, so you know what items you're looking for in a dungeon. Moogle's gonna grab the sword to go along with the ladder.
Yep, that rounds our on-stream runners with having a sword, and Adirondack Rick is found at level 6 over at the Great Potion Shop.
The raft is not great, but in level 6 to have your item that quick is really not bad.
Yep, and I mean, that 2 locations, and that could be blocking a level for your white sword.
So is gonna grab the ladder on his side. Slightly less salty bird now. No promises about the angry level, but less salt. Level 5 for Ice Blue.
Alright. That's up the northern coast cave.
Got the bow in level 5. Ice Blue's gonna be quite happy with the pickup.
And with that succession of secrets, finally, the has enough money for arrows if we know where one of those shops are.
One out there somewhere. Or just find the silvers and don't worry about it. You know, that's all. Just find the silvers and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they're probably level 7.
Ever 7. So chat, what tournament was going on? Closest to when you started watching. I am curious. That's our survey question of the night. What was going on that you saw?
For me, it was the 2020 random percent.
Nice. We definitely needed a tournament around that time.
Well, it was before things went to heck. Right before. Alright, also picking up Triforce level 2 off. Getting on the board there.
I think mine was the second random percent tournament. Just happened to be watching Zelda 1 as a game category on Twitch. And wait a minute, what's going on here? That they're throwing explosions from the wand? What is this? Catches your attention.
Rick's doing a little digging in level 8. Got the extra staircase item here.
Of heart. 2. So you have vanilla shapes on all these dungeons. So Moogle has not found the bow yet. No, has found. Okay, keys. Keys make sense. Keys is a good reason to still be killing stuff at this level.
Yep. Got the ladder, got the heart.
I was
Keys.
trying to wrap my head around what Moogle was still looking for, but that is a perfectly rational thing to do. Especially against an enemy easy enemy set. That, you're at least walking out of here with 2 more keys.
Ice Blue doing a little HUD clipping. Looks like about 21 on the door repair there.
So, dispatching that ever-dreaded Ruby boss. So, that's not how keys work.
Yeah, Bomb in the Dark Knight. Ice
Oh, that
Blue.
one, the one on the left!
Yeah. So, Ice Blue picks up a candle from, get our first take any over at, up at Vanilla 5.
A lot of
Buys
money for Ice Blue. Could even start thinking about a blue ring, probably, and we've got the wood boomerang in level 8. Part of me was wondering if Rick was about to bomb that.
Nah, you got enemies to bomb. And you never know when that boomerang can get you a pack of bombs that you shot with a sword.
For a blue candle, pick up for Moogle. A reasonably priced candle, and it gets you a heart container. Because now you can pick that up from the Choose Any instead of a candle. Red ring for Alsoa, that's our other item in level 8. What an item it is.
Will Rick find it in this dive?
It also tells us silvers are in the wild.
Oh yeah, they were not shuffled from the get-go. But, level 1 found on Candle Row.
Always happy about finding level 1. It's of course a short dungeon with 2 items in it that you're not going to leave without.
Right, of course, right at the entrance there in that Stalfos to the left.
Something we have to worry about straight away. Let's go item hunt first. Hello, Goma. Goodbye, Goma. Okay, chat, second question of the night. Since you have been around, Z1R, sir, what is your favorite thing that has been added as a feature? Wand in one for Ice Blue. That's a favorite to get added to your inventory. But features added to the game, what was your favorite that has happened since you've been here?
Also, definitely picking up that wood boomerang as well. It's like answer the question for him is which one's the best one? First one you find.
Magic key for Ice Blue.
No more extra room hunting for keys for Ice Blue.
We are finding so much good stuff early on. These items have not been hard to pull out of the dungeons, is one takeaway I've got. Yes. Still need those silvers. Recorder can't be in 9 of our remaining items.
Correct.
So we've got level 3, 4, and 7, and one of them has to have the recorder.
Ice Blue does pick up some wood arrows from Kendall Row for 92 rupees, but that means we can shoot the Pole's voices now.
As much money as he had, I like the pie. Put that money to work. That'd do you any good in your inventory.
Also, would definitely appreciated a bow and arrow right now for those Pole voice.
So chat's enjoying the book as a translator, first quest maps, shape the updates to shapes. I think book is Atlas favorite. That's just a nifty way to use the book. And it's valuable enough, I've said, that I would buy the book just to go into 9. Just to already have the map.
Definitely worth. I mean, who likes to find a bomb hole game in level 9? Not anybody. Mark level 1 Triforce for Ice Blue.
Finding a lot of money in the wild, maybe not as many of the door repairs yet. You were talking so bow and arrow right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because it definitely is not the Famicom version where you can blow into the second controller. Ooh, level 3.
3 is power bracelet blocked.
Mm-hmm. Right by the fairy fountain.
Fun thing about Randomizer has been around is some of the fun memories you build up. I can't even remember when this race was, but I remember this one race for Ice Blue, and he was in 9, ladder blocked, had to leave, come back, and won an absolute nail biter of a was incredibly dramatic moment. Of course, yes. Rick has been a part of everything. It also was fun. He was the last person I commentated with before I met them in person. First SG Live, Alsoa was nearby, came over, and I had just out the weekly with him, like 2 days earlier.
Alright, King of Space, spawning level 5 here. Gonna go back in and not gonna be able to repair it to anything.
Also got this pretty good, cool guy, Eris. You know, that's fun. Bow for Moogle! Moogle was the first to have a ladder and sword. Feels like maybe a little more overworld exploration than level X so far.
And Rick finds out for us that we got one busted rap spot already.
One. And that is not going to be unwelcome, even if not required.
Also finishes clearing out level 8.
That is a hard room to fight some. Ice Blue put up a good try.
Rick gets a quick Triforce out of 1, and we'll go back inside.
Oh yeah, there's no way you're leaving. Shorten 2 items. Yeah. Dark. And book in 3.
Yeah, Ice Blue decides, I don't need that because, well, this flag set is using things that do not include any of the outlets or book modifications.
So that leaves us 4 and 7 as possible spots for the recorder. Not that it's required, but when you're starting to figure out how the rest of the pieces have to fit together, that is part of the equation. Level 6 for Alsoa. Rick's gonna have all the keys. Boy, remember what I was saying? What a great play that was from Moogle to farm the extra keys out of 2. The game knows.
Hey, that gives you that extra little bit of freedom early on.
Oh, you're never gonna complain. 11 keys, you're still not gonna complain about getting these.
Oh, Ice Blue, white sword obtained.
Also something you're never gonna complain about. Well, maybe if you'd already picked up this, but... Hut clip. It would make that Dark Nut room easier if he goes back. Speaking of books, at the Vanilla 8 location.
More swords, bigger swords.
All the swords.
And Triforce out level 5 for Moogle.
Boy, 8 years ago, I don't even think anybody was screen scrolling yet. Someone's gonna tell me I'm, but I don't remember it being a thing.
Well, before the randomizer, all you had is vanilla game, so... And I'm sure the tech has improved greatly since then.
Oh, without question, for a world record that's changed hands as many times as it has. Although a lot of them were lax hands. Triforce out of 6 for Alsoa.
Starting to ring them up.
So we still need 4, 7, and 9 to be located. For as fast and furious as the action has been, that's almost surprising that we're still missing 3 levels.
Well, we really haven't done much on Death Mountain.
Zelda is up there trying to bomb away now. Undo that. Yes, he did. We give sword.
Yep, and we do not have the hearts shuffled on the sword upgrades tonight, so it only takes 5 and 12 to pick up the swords.
These are of the ram. Thus the slow text. All the Dodongo shake a stick at.
Rick taking some hits on the overworld. Back to start.
Fun. We got transport. Of course, we don't have overworld and dungeon enemy shuffle either, so those Lionels, overworld, the Wizrobes only in the dungeons. We have seen Wizrobes, but not many.
Equal opportunity shooting galleries.
Oh, Rick, this is not a screen you want to take a death on.
That's the second time he's taking a death in the last minute.
Level 5 Triforce is picked up by Ice Blue.
Also has level 1.
Secret. Who rolled this? At least it wasn't me. Okay, Rick's back on this screen, which is level 3, was it?
Yes.
Hey, not bad. From memory. Occasionally I memorize.
And our helpful community hint of the silvers to kill the bees lies somewhere.
Well, what would you do if it wasn't? Someone's gotta let people know.
White sword pickup for Moogle and level 8 Triforce for Ice Blue. Up to 4 Triforce pieces now.
Did Candle Road first, Elsa. Rick, it's the book. Nope's probably out.
Also checking out that Wrath spot.
And out of the thief, making use of that slow text, thank you.
Unfortunately, it takes a little bit away from the level 1 location.
He's still in that mode. He came back over here to burn stuff. Not. Alright, levels 4, 7, and 9 still remain a mystery to us. We've not seen the eastern raft spot. We've not seen a couple of the power bracelet locations. A few bomb walls on Death Mountain. We've not... Recorder Lake guide.
That'll pretty much do it.
I don't believe anyone went up to Lost Hills yet. Level 1 for Alsoa. Bought a key, you find the magic key. But you know what? That's a trade most people.
East Coast... level 7!
Required rat! To go along with the required power bracelet.
Don't count out that that raft spot. But also picks up the Triforce out of level 1.
was thinking the way this is gone, don't rule out the recorder being required. We'll be the first to find the recorder. Probably save her already in 9. Level 7 for Moogle. We're seeing a lot of the same things for our other runners. Free box. Certainly a transport staircase. Sometimes you gotta thin the herd before you can make that block clip. Level 7 is, of course, one of the longer dungeons to only have one item. But it is one of the easier enemy sets, so you do have that going for you. Blue has found level 2, where of course the ladder is. Rick is going to be our second to find out where level 7 is.
And also has all the keys as well.
That's just disgusting when he does that. Puts hands in a turret room with bubbles. That's not nice.
It's like, I got iframes. Oh, no, I don't anymore.
With that pickup, Triforce in 2 has the lead in our count of runners on stream. The one nice thing about bubbles in this room is you kill off the hands and you don't have to do it again. As long as you don't leave the dungeon.
But why would you ever want to leave 7?
Level 7 is like the song. You can check out anytime you'd like. Leaving without level 7's item has harmed many a runner over the last 8 years. And we know that silvers are still out there someplace. Of course, someplace can include level 9, but we have not found. Boy, 7's item is recorder block. Then 99% chance silvers if that's the case.
Oh. But Ice Blue does find level 6, and Alsora found level 4. Missed it.
Instant replay. Missing that function. Need an instant replay. Triforce in 7 for Moogle. Will there be a redive to look for the item, or is this Nope, out because it's 7.
And Rick died right in the area of that Triforce room as well.
That's pretty much the way the night is going.
Yeah, it's safe to say that Rick missed the red ring in level 8.
Great power is said to lie in the book. These flags.
Well, if great power includes burning yourself.
Alright, so we have found all of the levels except 9. Note we're definitely still missing some, I think 2 power bracelets spawn. Lost Hills and Recorder Lake. And certainly a few bomb walls, so it's probably, you know, one of those boring places. Well played, chat. Well played. With great power comes great self-incendiary. Very well played. Rick does have that wand for the going to help with enemy cleanup. Moogle didn't have the map, so there may have been an unopened key door along the way. Ice is gonna add another Triforce to the collection with that one at level 6. Now it just needs level 4s and 7.
And Moogle finally finds level 1.
It's the recorder in 4.
Also, first on the restream to pick up the recorder. Where's it go? Well, beaten new dungeons.
Okay, so that leaves us a 2 and 3 chance. The silvers are in 9, which means there's an 80% chance that they're actually in 7.
It'll make Rick happy. If he finds
If he
it.
can get to them.
Yep.
There's still the possibility that good old Dig Ducker is actually blocking. No, never mind. This'll be.
Alright, it was the Death Mountain transition screen for level 4.
Maybe there's still a chance 9 is quarter blocked. And that's the magic boomerang. Silvers are in 9.
As well as our red candle.
That's a big piece of information for Rick. Not that all the information, but knowing you don't need to come back to 7 is a good feeling tonight. I also feel like that's good news for Ice Blue, who has lots of Triforces picked up so far.
Yeah, it's just found level 4, so see how much of a dig it is to get to the little spin in here to get the recorder.
Do need a quick update to the tracker to give Ice the ladder. Thank you, Rambler.
I think we're up on things with that level 1 Triforce for Moogle.
4 screens is a lot to keep up with. Moogle is coming to 7. No, never mind. It's the other F spot. I'll be okay. Yeah. Zeus house solo room or which room? Awful. Absolutely awful.
Moogle spies an arrow shop with no rupees. Where did all the rupees go?
I mean, I found them all. I do think they found them all. Rick's gonna grab that Triforce out of 7.
And never coming back to 7 this seed. Well,
Got Slamooed! Emotes, please!
well, came to close proximity one more time.
Triforce for Alsoa at a level 3. The book is not the Atlas in these flags. It is a very valid question, but in these flags we know it's nothing but fire to the wand. These are throwback flags to the original features of the Randomizer. The version that we had on Pi Day as Bow. March 14th of 2015, when this came out, there were several things we didn't have that were added later. I mentioned earlier, Atlas is one of my favorites that was created. And that... I mean, that's still like 3-4 years old now, so it's been a while, but it still feels newer relative to the rest of the Randomizer.
Looks like we had to go all the way to version 3.3 to get the Consternation flag set, which featured the book as an atlas.
Soa's gonna pick up a white sword, as Ice Blue's gonna grab a recorder. So Ice just needs to get to 7, and then we will have a runner with the filled out Triforce, but still missing that level 9 location. I don't think we've seen the far northeast yet, because we found everything else along the way. And then also, don't believe we've seen Vanilla 5, and I know we've not seen Recorder Lake.
I want to say that we found, we went up to the northeast. Because I think Moogle found level 5 pretty early.
Is it the very northeast, or wasn't that like near the Lost Hills?
Level 5 was the bomb coast spot. Just north of the Armos. In the forest there. So, I mean, after going through there, it went up a little bit
That's
more.
where I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, the letter screen, the dead end tree, that northeast.
Yeah,
the very northeast.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think Moogle went to there after level 5, finding level 5.
Oh, that's a good chance. Probably did, because you don't like to leave stuff like that behind. Neighborhood. Ice Blue just needs that Triforce out of 7. It is raft blocked. Soa's just now discovering. Four.
Moogle did pick up the wand.
You never said about getting. It's just too much extra damage. So Ice Blue's gonna check Recorder Lake, which is a very rational thing to do when you haven't seen. And it is!
But that's not where we need to be right now.
No, but right now Ice is the only one who has that information.
Yes, sir. And just needs to figure out where that level 7 is.
Well, if he's checking Recorder, he's definitely going to check Raph's spot. I think we're going to see him head that direction right now. Or very soon, anyways.
And here we are.
Ice can't afford to go mode. Well, let me rephrase that. It's a worthy gamble if you're... Because he has seen the book out of 3. I think he'll take... I think he'll leave with the Triforce if the chance comes up and look at Silvers and 9. Predictions sure to go wrong. Chat, do you have any predictions sure to go wrong? In fact, if we have a mod who wants to make a prediction, how about which item do we find first in 9? Red Candle or Silvers? By any runner, which one would show up first for us on stream?
Bomb upgrade for Rick.
Wow, we haven't seen those yet. Triforce out of 4 for Moogle. I think Moogle did leave the Recorder behind in 7, which is unfortunate for Moogle if that's the case, because we just learned that it is required.
Yeah, I'll have to dig that level 4 a little bit more later.
Yeah, there's the Recorder, so Moogle's fine in that regard.
Yeah.
It certainly can make getting around the world easier. That, those hands suddenly got a little shy. Also looked to be standing against the wall to me, but they didn't want to spawn.
And Moogle picking up the magical sword. Mag's hide.
Very nice. It'll definitely accelerate combat. And I think we're guaranteed Wizrobe set in 9.
Oh yeah, it's enemies aren't shuffled at all. Just around the overworld mostly.
Never gonna be upset dealing with Wizrobes with a magic sword. It just makes things better.
I mean, the only thing better is a boomstick.
Well, it sticks in a league of its own. Remember, you can't cry. There's no crying in Ringo. Or floor.
Who probably has Triforce out of 3.
Ice has got a lot of exploration done in this 7. I think there was a path if you weren't necessarily looking for items, but it's not like you come in knowing where the Triforce is.
Alright, Rick is back in 8. Still missing that red ring and the Triforce. Only managed to get the boomerang on that first trip.
Kinda goes to show how good a job they did in this game of making not required things still desirable.
Also picking up Triforce out of level 7. And, yep, Moogle is still missing 3 pieces of the Triforce.
Like, you're never upset about getting the magic key or the wand. They did a really good job with those not required items.
Bait block up in the upper right hand corner of the level.
Good place for it to stay. Totally neglected. Never to be needed.
There's our other bomb upgrade.
We did go from default upgrades to randomized price on the upgrades to random amounts on the upgrades. Yeah, so I think at this point, Ice has decided to not leave this item behind and get bit by that in 9. And there is the magic boomerang, and Ice is questioning everything.
The 8-bit graphics definitely do not discriminate. Many people were around when it was when the original game was out, but many people were not.
Speaking of questions, chat, as I continue the nostalgic questions, who is the first person you can remember seeing play Zelda 1 Randomizer? Doesn't have to actually be the first person you saw, but maybe just the first time it's stuck in. Oh, yeah, I remember that name now.
There we go, Ice Blue with all 8 pieces collected. Time to go to level 9.
And the only one of our runners on stream who knows where 9 is. Couple of Jam Evils in chat along with a Moogle. Mine actually was Fred. It was one of the early tournament races, and Fred was in it, and they were talking about him being the creator. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Alsoa just found 9, I'm being told, and Moogle found 9. Okay. Bow for Alsoa.
We know Rick hasn't seen 9 yet, because, well, gotta find 4 first.
Here we go. It's vanilla shape level 9, but that's not necessarily where Ganon is. So old school mentality was generally keep
Roar.
walking up until you can't.
We hear roar.
But Ice is looking for silvers. So looking for staircases, staircases, and more staircases until we run out of staircases.
There's our lovely map as we know it.
And a full Triforce for Alsoa. We really did have all items required tonight, didn't we?
Yes, sir. We definitely did. All three of our overworld blocking items were used for First Quest Overworld.
And Alsoa has gone straight to 9, so we got ourselves a race, a little bit of a head start for Ice Blue. That wand is just so great to have against Patra. Wand causing white sword hit damage, so it's a nice boost. And where, oh where, are the silvers hiding? Most of chat predicted we would find the candle first. Still waiting to see if that's true. That's a rude position for Patra.
Oh yeah. Nice Blue did a quick dive into 8. No red ring today.
Ice only has half a heart here. Can't really afford hits. I think everybody has the letter because of where it was, but I don't believe anyone bought medicine. I'm not even sure we saw a medicine shop.
Moogle did. It bought a blue potion for 47.
Okay, there we go. Another staircase.
I think the res is in the 70s.
And another transport. Ice is using some pause strats to make this health stretch.
As one of the quality of life issues, features that we do allow in this flag set is the select swap, allowing you to switch between pausing and quick swap of the items.
Triforce out of 3 for Moogle. Another contending room here for Ice Blue, and there's the silvers for Alsoa! And remember, we had the early Ganon find. This is big.
Yep, that was in the left eye.
is Alsoa making a beeline, or is Alsoa hunting for the route to Zelda?
It's possible Alsoa took a stair before hearing the roar, but maybe not. No, I think that you had to take that one to get over where that was.
Alsoa came back to the right area, so I think this was a question of keeping the health. And there's Ganon! Moat room with a shutter door attached, so you're certainly going to want to check that for Zelda. Going for the double tap method. A little late on the hits, but still got a lot of hits in. And down goes Ganon. Alright, so now we need to find the shutter door that opens. And Moogle finds a red ring as Rick finds Triforce. Alright, for Alsoa. There it is! That's the princess! First room he tries on the exploration. Well, second, because he checked the old man first. And Alsoa will be the first of our on-stream runners to finish.
Race time, GG time, 1 hour, 26 seconds. And that is first place overall out of 22 runners.
Alsoa, that has to be a fun feeling.
A little bit shocked. Okay, a lot of bit shocked.
What shocked you, per se?
Well, the fact that Zelda was just right there.
There is that. Also, Ice had a couple minutes lead on you going into 9, but you found those silvers.
Yeah, I honestly think 9 is what got me the position that I got, because one different turn, one different decision, and this whole thing changes. And also one different decision, and it becomes a sub-hour.
But nobody did that tonight.
Yeah, the fact that this was a full clear outside of the red candle was also kind of silly. And everything was required.
Absolutely. All 3 overworld blocking items in a first quest overworld were necessary.
I like the response in chat. Slow text, stop sub-hour.
Technically correct.
But no, like, honestly, honestly, if 9 had not been where it was, I would have had no complaints about my overworld route. Doing the recorder to there and then recording back to 7, that just seemed to make the most sense to me at the time when I did it, because there wasn't really any other convenient time to go check Recorder Lake.
And we do have a second place off stream. Fright Teeth finishing in a 102.55. And Jake Cooper finishing in third with a 103.08.
Not bad when you're basically within 10 seconds of each other.
GG's to the both of them.
So other than the slow text, what flag do you miss the most playing this?
Honestly, mixed overworld. I just really like mixed. I don't know if it's because I'm horrendously biased towards 2Q or just that it makes things a little bit more interesting with requirements for items, but mixed, I think, is my one thing that I like the most.
Was the second quest overworld available from the get-go, or was that later?
I actually wasn't around when Z1R was initially released. I came onto the scene a couple of years after it did. So I would not be the person to ask.
Yeah, most kind of an open question for chat and everyone.
I think by the second random percent tournament, there was the possibility of second quest overworld.
I distinctly remember I was watching the very first Z1R tournament VODs on YouTube. And I decided I'm going to give this a try. And at that point, there was full second quest. So that was back in 2016. I rolled a full second quest seed that broke and didn't tell anybody because, well, they didn't know who to tell because I didn't even have a Discord account at that point.
The Tumult flag which says it's the first Zelda Randomizer tournament. It had it was still first quest overworld.
Yeah.
Ultima had shapes.
By the way, can I say real quick that Fred is an absolutely wonderful person in all aspects?
Only if you say it with more compliments.
Fred is an absolutely wonderful person in all aspects, making a wonderful randomizer and pulling together one of what I would say is one of the best, if not the best, community on the internet.
Now we're talking. Got a few more finishers with Savers, Signal, Homer J Smash, Spinosaurus all turning in their finishes, and Ice Blue finds the silvers. Knows exactly where Ganon is. Don't know about the princess yet, but we did see it doesn't take that long to get from point A to point B.
So I can tell on the restream who dug 8 and who didn't. Just because the Triforce was one room in, so it's like, okay, well, you don't need to dig this, and then I just go and full clear the whole dungeon.
Yeah, Rick was digging it a little bit before you were. He found the boomerang first and had to come back later for the red ring and Triforce.
I just want to point out the old school we just saw, because I don't think this is too much of a thing anymore. But it used to be a thing in the speedrunning where runners would come in to Ganon's room, firing off the silver arrow, and that's what Ice Blue just did. Before, of course.
I've heard that doing that manipulates all of the RNG to give you perfect Ganon fights every time.
Clearly.
And Ice has the princess, so here we go. And GG for Ice Blue. That is a 106.13, which was followed about 13 seconds later by Thurwolf. And Sea Falcon also turning in the finish. So everybody seems to be putting it together about now.
You know, the cascade of times and the really close times doesn't surprise me much, if at all, given that the seed kind of forced you to do everything, except dig the blue boomerang out of 7. And I was really hoping that was going to be the bow, but it wasn't, so I was sad.
We were, Rick was digging out 7, and it's like, well, this could be the silvers.
On the next episode of That Level 9 was trash, starring Ice Blue.
What are you talking about? The level 9 was great. You take 2 stairs, get your silvers, and then just Zelda something and start.
I took 14 staircases, thank you very much.
Oh,
you
just had to pick the right ones.
I was in 9 for 17, 18 minutes, I think. Almost 20.
Yeah, we told also that you beat him to 9 by about 2 minutes.
Now let's see here.
Yeah, I had bow, like instantly, like at the start of this, like the seed, and then I found level 1 with the candle and had the wand and the any key, and it was just like smooth sailing from there. And then I just proceeded to dig every dungeon because I was like, all right, well,
you kind of had to almost.
Yeah, I mean, you needed the recorder, you needed the power bracelet, you needed the raft. All 3 were required.
Yeah, 5 was the last dungeon I found, so I dug 7 looking for the bow and was very sad to find a banana.
I should have grabbed the Triforce and dipped, but I ended up checking every single room in the north and got rewarded with a heaping pile of crap.
You got the bomb upgrade?
Not even worth it. Not worth the extra 87 years I spent watching the same text boxed over and over right by the Triforce.
At least you had plenty of time to read it because it wasn't fast.
Oh, and don't get me. I don't know if y'all were watching my stream with the that rotating Patra right by the staircase in 9, and it had like the longest text box, and I had to exit the room because I was trying to like not get damaged.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this joke. It's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna watch it again.
At least you took that Patra down like a boss, though.
Yeah, yeah. And then I got scammed by everything else. I'm still mad at the fact that I found every transport staircase.
Almost took that killing that Patrick probably took almost less time than reading the old man.
Probably.
So you took 14 stairs. That's 2 times 7, and 2 plus 7 is 9, and 9 times 2 is 18. Therefore, math.
No.
Somewhere
Hooray.
down the line, there was a 69 in there. You know, nice.
Probably somewhere in level 6.
Yeah. What was the second item in 8? I dug out the wooden boomerang, and I was like, you know what? I'm leaving.
Red ring.
Oh, that could have been helpful.
Yeah,
I don't think it would have mattered, Mr. Running Around 9 with a half heart. You would do just fine.
Hey, look, alright?
Look, it just
We're
would have led to
here-
overconfidence.
We're here to provide content, okay? Content
did.
is the name of the game. If that means rolling around at half a heart, clearing rooms, then so be it.
Well, look, of course, because this is a nostalgic kind of night, I was thinking of my favorite memories and looking at these runners and the stuff we've been through together, and you had that, I think it was your first tournament race. Maybe not the first tournament race, but first tournament you were in one of your races. You were in 9, got ladder blocked, had to leave, come back, and still won the race by, like, seconds.
And if you haven't checked out the restream yet, Moogle got the mags. Oh yeah. You know you wanted it.
Yeah, like, as I cleared out level 4 and I found that recorder and I had those 3 top spots on the overworld left, and none of them had anything, I was like, okay. I was like, so the last 2 dungeons are literally recorder and raft block. I was like, what a seed. I was like, we needed all 3 of the items.
Yes, that level 9 location made me very happy.
And
I mean, the level 7 location too. Like, the fact that, like, the level 3 was on a room, like, it was on the 6 blue lino push block room, like, on the overworld. Level 7 was raft blocked, and then level 9 was recorder blocked. I was like, oh my god.
in a pure first quest overworld to boot.
Someone secretly checked the Force Overworld block, all of them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I guess, technically speaking, because you need all of those items in Z1 Vanilla, it's fitting. Although, even though you don't need the Power Bracelet in First Quest, you absolutely do in Second Quest.
Yeah. Second quest, I believe, has an extra 5 overworld spots that are power bracelet blocked.
3.
3. I don't run second quests.
And all 3 of them have important things. One has the lighter, one has the magical sword, one has level 4, which is the most terrible level ever. It's like, I'd rather deal with
I don't know. Second quest 8 would love a word with you.
Nope, Second Quest 8 is a good level.
I mean, honestly,
you got a message.
Well, yeah.
You got a message from Chest Jerk. Says, if you have more hearts, you live longer.
Yeah, Chestrick, that's probably true, but then I would have came in like 15th.
Shots fired. Arrows fired, for that matter.
Magical sword is not worth your time unless you're like picking up hearts in the first room of every dungeon.
Or if you have important items dropped from enemies.
Cough plus minus 4 HP cough.
No, that's just a Fury SK special.
Right.
Plus 4 keys.
As opposed to the max HP keys, which is literally terrible no matter how you put it.
Just
Yeah,
whenever
that was the
whenever-
first thing I thought of when Fred was experimenting with that and 16 hard enemies, and I'm like, what about the...
Next time Fury asks for a seed, just tick the box that says max HP everything, and just make everything vanilla and just like don't even tell him.
Well, now he'll be expecting it, so you gotta make a second quest. Enjoy that.
Yeah, but I mean, in first quest, I mean, you have to kill what, like two dig doggers?
It's 2 dig doggers and a couple of wizard brooms, but second quest 5 has the 1 spiral stair of death.
Yeah. I mean, you could just block clip that though, but then you have to kill 16 HP blue dark nuts for the recorder.
No, I'm
Hey,
referring
there's
to
the red candle. We finally saw it.
And I'm thinking-
That was a 9, I'm assuming, since the ring was an 8.
Yes.
You know what? I'm kind of mad at myself. If I would have picked up the book in 3, I probably would have came in a better place. The book karma got me today. I bailed out of it and I told my chat. I was like, look, I love you, book, and I'm sorry. Forgive me, but I was like, I need to win this race.
It was just one fire tonight, so yeah.
Well, the secret to the silver arrows was not in the book because I skipped it too.
And the silver slay the beast lies somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. That was
Let's
in Lost. That was in the Deadwoods, I think. That secret.
And we did have the creator, F. Coughlin, finish in 14th with a 114.
Is it wrong that I was secretly hoping one of the hints in level 7 would be find a Triforce piece in level 7?
Would be fitting. Community hints love to troll.
But alright, I am going to step out. GG's Alsoa on that win. And GG's for Z1R being here and giving us this lovely gift for 8 years and counting.
I'm also gonna step out, but GG's to Ice Blue for a well-run race. GG's to both Fred and Z1R for all of the wonderful things. And again, TQ8 is a actually not good level.
While we're in a thanking mood, let's also thank Rambler for tracking all this madness.
So much madness. Less madness now. But still madness.
Always more madness.
Alright, we need a will to our runners. The silvers are in the left eye.
There are secrets where fairies don't live. Tenth enemy has the bomb. Try to give him hints. Is it working?
Clearly.
Go to the next room. There's the silvers for Moogle.
Hooray.
Yeah, this 9, if you went the wrong way, it would let you keep going that way for a long time.
I mean, who expects important things to be in the eye anyway, right?
As one of the fun things is, of course, you could have those empty rooms on vanilla. Because one of the early changes with shapes is that you couldn't have those off-map rooms.
And for Moogle, here's Ganon. The magical sword's gonna take 4 swings. 4 mighty swings before a silver arrow.
Got that potion, time to use it. There you go. Much better to use a potion than die again.
Playing it safe is all good. And there's Ganon down. We have Bacon.
Yeah, that was a very solid Ganon fight. You were in the spot you needed to be to hit Ganon. That's what's important.
One community hint I like is the last Petra is in captivity. Hyrule is at peace. Throwing off that Metroid hint.
And Moogle is gonna finish this one up, rescuing the princess.
finishing 16th overall. Third on the restream with a time of 1:18:48.
Also had Zarnax finish recently. And the bunny is just having trouble finding those silver arrows. I don't really remember bombs being a huge factor in getting there, but I'm wondering if that's what's throwing things off here for Rick. As he does find the princess.
I think if you take this first staircase, I think it's just like 2 rooms away is the silvers. Yeah, so take this staircase, and you go up and right. That's Ganon. Not enough
Yeah, I
bombs
think
to try to
Rick-
bomb out.
Trying to fill out that map, some of the empty spots. We possibly have a Moogle sighting!
We do have a Moogle sighting.
Hooray! GG.
GG.
Well, you were in fact the first of our runners to have both sword and ladder. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, and after that, my overworld routing just sort of went sideways. I'll be honest. I had a gut feeling that really early ladder wasn't likely to give me that much advantage because I'm still looking for sword. And honestly, after that, it was kind of a mix of unfortunate events and fairly significant blunders.
And Rick took the correct path and has the silver arrows.
At least he was able to skip half of 9.
Yeah, that was a very short 9 if you went the right way.
And we saw one person do that, and other people did not so much.
And here's the princess!
Adirond Rick playing as the Gorilla enemy sprite. We got Bad Hair Day Zelda.
There was a voice in my head the whole time just telling me, please don't be in 7. Please don't be in 7. Please don't be in 7.
That was a magical boomerang there. And we have Royal Jelly.
Rick defeating the princess on his way to rescue Ganon.
The door opens.
And finally, Chaos has returned to Hyrule. GG to Adirondack Rick.
Finishing with the time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, 11 seconds.
Probably feeling like half that time was in 7 and 9.
Honestly, the other time that I don't know what I was doing there was level 8. That was, I mean, on one hand, I'm glad I found Red Ring. On the other hand, I don't know what I was doing noping out of those 2 Dark Nut rooms when I had Wand and Magical Sword.
We also have Kiggleless finishing 18 finishers so far. So, Moogle, I'll ask you the question I asked Chad earlier tonight. What is the favorite thing that you have seen added to the randomizer since you started being involved, watching things, whatnot? What's your favorite new feature?
Oh, that's a good question. There have been so many because I've been around. If people don't know, I used to be known as Purity the Kitty, and I've been around since the beta. And I think for me, the biggest hype was probably when Heart Shuffle was added. And Heart Shuffle can be so funny. It can be such a troll. And I think it just causes so much chaos. But honestly, I think my favorite addition from minute 1 to today was Swordless Mode.
Ooh, nice one. Yeah, it's I remember seeing that the leaderboards for Swordless, it was just it ended when you got to Ganon. Instead, Fred made it so that hey, we can make Swordless and we can still finish this game.
Yeah, that was a very cool addition. And despite myself never really being a good Swordless runner, I really do love Swordless.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have any other guests this evening, so I guess Moogle will start and ask if you have any final thoughts on the night.
Yeah, I think it's been an absolutely great night. It's been a nice reunion. I've seen so many people that I've known in this community for years on years now, and I've been gone a long time. And this has been a really cool moment to come back and get featured. Thank you for that, by the way. I apologize for not quite living up to the hype in the race room, but I think I did all right. But all you guys and everybody has just made this night super great.
Oh, we had a nice big field, and just every week we got on Sunday night we do have the weekly race. It's always a good time. Welcome to all willing to join in, and of course we got that tournament going on right now, as we do have an Adirondack Rick appearing.
Hello.
GG.
Yeah, that was a seed.
Yeah, GG, Rick.
GG's, everyone.
You started this this seed tonight, remembering the game that you fell in love with, and you ended this one tonight, remembering what you're playing.
I started the night remembering, hey, it's the 8th birthday of Zelda 1 Randomizer. And then, oh, okay, so let's go ahead and have an everything's required seed.
Hooray! Who rolled this?
I mean, I guess there's not much else that could really be said about this one. 8 did what it did to me, and that's what really destroyed me, this seed.
Yeah, if you found the red ring first, like the bird did, things would have been a little different.
I don't get how you would spend a key in that predicament, but
Well, having the magic key helps.
Yeah. If you don't care about keys, then yeah.
that presumes that you are digging the right levels of the right spots.
That's how you order things.
Yeah. Like, getting that red ring would have been really nice, but it took me a little too long to get to level 1. It took me a little too long to get to some of the other parts, and that 10 count right there and the death counter didn't do me any favors, and that's really what slowed me down this seed outside of that full clear of 8.
Yeah, in fact, at least one of those happened on a level screen, and you didn't find out till later. I think that was
it was 2 in a row, actually. Level 3 screen.
Yeah, the Lionels there outside of level 3.
They like to fire.
Yes, they do, and I
They
did not.
think you're a pincushion.
And I did not treat that well at all. And I don't know.
All right, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
I don't know.
In Rick's time of these last 8 years of Z1 Randomizer, from the first time you started getting involved, what is your favorite thing that has been added?
Oh, let me see. I think I just have to go with the answer that probably most people would answer in Shapes, because it makes the game more different every time you play it.
Well, what if I told you no one else said Shapes?
Then
Although, to be fair, mine was Shapes adjacent, because I said Book is Atlas.
I mean, that's not a bad one, but getting back to this one here, the seed is what it was. It gave us warmth, it gave us fun, and then it gave us pain and misery as well. When I found the candle, didn't have the rupees to purchase it, then I got hit with a door repair penalty. Taking the deaths didn't help, and you know what? It is what it is. We all got to spend tonight enjoying something that Fred pieced together 8 years ago, and if it wasn't for this, really, you wonder what would be the speedrunning landscape? What randomizers would come around as a result? Maybe Link to the Past, Randomizer, maybe that would be still around, but who knows how the landscape for Randomizer would be?
It might not be the same as it is today.
That's exactly what I'm going with that statement.
Yep.
So, thank you very much, Fred, for everything. I know I've said my piece about it earlier on the tournament match, so I'm not going to waste any more of the time here. Nonetheless, GG's to everyone, GG's to El Soa. I'll have to see what the dang bird did differently.
Well, not Math on Twitch. He waited till after he was done first. Alright, thank you, chat. Y'all have had fun tonight. You've been fun to hang out with. And, of course, thanks, Fred. Thanks, everyone who's been a part of this. Of course, the admin team, Krim and Rick, have put in a ton of work, and more have joined over time. And also, Oasis has been putting on weeklies for I don't even know how many of these 8 years, but has kept that ship running.
Yeah, we're definitely appreciative of all that efforts that Oasis puts together.
And just a lot of fun people that it's been great to know because of Z1 Randomizer. Got to meet a few of you in person, maybe a few down the road. But whatever you do out there, have some fun tonight, folks. That's all I got, Kairos. You got anything else?
We got the Zelda 1 Randomizer random percent tournament still in progress. Final week of Swiss. And the weekly every Sunday. See y'all then.
Good night, everybody.